Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to my channel, why don't you consider subscribing, clicking on the bell for notifications and giving this video or any of my videos the thumbs up. Now, this is the first for me. This is from a company called Zettlab. I've never heard of them and you probably haven't neither. They're a startup company and they build NASes, but with a little bit of a difference. It has AI with it as well. And you can access the AI offline. You don't need internet from what I understand. It will work whether you're online or offline. And what is the purpose of this AI? The idea is it makes everything a little bit smoother in every particular way. It will find things quicker for you. It will get there. It will organise it for you from what I can understand. So in this video, we are going to be doing the usual unboxing to see exactly what you get for your money. We're going to see how easy it is to actually set up, and we're going to have a little play about. Now, we might have to make 2 or 3 videos on this because it might get a little bit too long, so you need to bear with me. Bullet points. The AI can learn and optimise key features like clip and AI search, making them even more effective. Yes, so in theory, it should speed up the process. Now, compatibility. What hard drives? Apparently, you can use 3.5-inch hard drives and 2.5-inch hard drives and SSDs. They recommend Seagate, Iron Wolf or Western Digital for reliability. So, it's down to you which drives you use at the end of the day. Unlike some other companies where they tell you can only use these, or you can only use these, or we recommend you can only use these. Yeah. These are not telling you which ones you can use, they're just saying you have the options. And these are the recommendations, which I find very helpful. Capacity, that depends on your needs. Now they've tested up to 24 terabytes on HDDs and 4 terabytes on M.2's SSDs. They also have sent me or included a 512 gigabyte M.2 SSD, and they've inserted it already. And they also have told me that once I power up the actual unit, once we do the unboxing of course, it should come up and say, oh look, you've got an M.2 already plugged in. Woohoo! So with that, shall I shut up and let's get on with it, shall we? Let's do the unboxing and see what this actual unit actually looks like. And I'm actually very excited. First things first, I thought the packaging was interesting, a little bit different from the norm, but it worked. Yeah, very good, like that. So let's have a quick look at the unit. So this is a 4-bay NAS, 4-bay. So A, B, C, D, and this one was already open like that. One thing I've noticed already, there doesn't seem to be a lock for the actual hard drives to lock them in place. Doesn't mean there isn't one, it just means I haven't seen one. So, let's have a quick look at the front. So we have a digital display, a SD card reader, this is SD 4.0, that is TF card reader 4.0, USB 3.0, USB 3.0 standard, USB type C, that one. Copy, so we have a 1-button copy. Nothing on the side except for their actual name and logo, Zettlab. Zettlab? Is it Zettlab or Z-Lab? No, it's Zettlab, isn't it? On the bottom it has some little rubber feet Very nice. And I think that's plastic. Yeah, it's plastic. On the other side, again, we have just their logo on that side. So we don't actually have the name, but we have the logo. And then let's do the back. So we have two good sized fans looking at that with a nice grill effect on there and some little holes there, as you can see, with screws inside. Power on and off. Normally I go from left to right, but I'm going to go from right to left for a change. Power off, reset button, DC, power of course, just in case you didn't know. You never know. HDMI, doesn't tell you what version it is, but it should do the job for whatever you need it to do. USB 2.0 and another USB 2.0, 2.5 gigabyte Ethernet and a 1 gigabit Ethernet. Now, me personally, I would have preferred a 10 gigabit and a 2.5, but you know, it is probably to keep the actual cost down so that you can afford it. And you know, it should be, I'm hoping, a good starter kit. So that is the actual basic looking around. So let's see how easy it is to get one of these out. So I should go like that and just pull it out, shouldn't I? There you go. So like I said earlier, this will take two different hard drives, apparently. Well, that's quite good. There's a little button there. That's for releasing the actual drives themselves. So move it out, you put your drive in, you push it back in, it locks the drive in place. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Work that out all by myself without even reading the instructions. Go like that, like that. So I'm going to move that out of the way for now. I'm going to put it on the floor. It says here, back dustproof cover. And it's quite heavy, so I'm guessing that's metal. Let's have a quick look. That's a little grill, isn't it? Yep. Oh, with their logo and their name on it, Zettlab. Very nice. I quite like that. Let's see how that goes on, shall we? Right, so I'm wondering if that's magnetic. And yeah, it is. Yeah, I think I prefer it with the grill on. I mean, it's not going to really make that much difference, but should you be in a really dusty environment, you may want to put this on anyway. So yeah, looking at that, it's definitely magnetic. Yes, yeah, you can feel it. You get a better airflow like that, but like I said, if you're in a dusty environment, you might want to put that on. I'm going to leave it on there for now anyway, just to protect the actual fans. We will see, maybe in a bit, or maybe in the next video, how easy it is to disassemble. Let me know in the comments what you think. Yeah, we'll do it in the next video, disassembly. Hopefully we won't break it, because you know, I want to play about a bit and try and use it as much as I can. The accessory box, let's see what's in here, shall we? So we have HDMI connection. That looks like, I think that's gold plated, I'm not sure, can't make it out. Might just be silver, but looks quite nice. I probably won't use that anyway. A UK plug, because we are in the UK and this is for the UK market. Links in the video description below. A D4, because this is the D4 version. Quick start guide, perfect. And a power brick. And that's it. Now, I do believe you will need, maybe, you will need to have to download some software. I think, I might be totally wrong. But one of the things I do like, or another one of the things I like, the power brick isn't built into the actual unit, which is handy because these things get quite warm and you don't want too much heat going into the actual unit itself because it causes heat issues and the fans will work harder because it not only has to keep everything cool inside there, but it would also have to keep this cool. But this being on the outside, it hasn't got that problem, has it? So I am going to read the instructions right now and see how easy it is to start up. Yes, I know you just press a button and away you go, but normally a bit more complicated than that. Like you might have to put hard drives in first, and you might not have to. We will see in this, in this video. So I've had a quick look at the instructions and they look very simple, so they should be suitable for everyone to use. Just make sure you take your time. Also, there is a Q code there for you to actually see basically the same sort of thing, but maybe in a bit more detail and a bit clearer for you, if you want to do it like that. I did have a look and I thought, yeah, that would be handy for a lot of other people. Now on the other side, it's just in a different language. Yeah, which I'm guessing probably German or something. I could be wrong. And also, I've been on their website as well and had a quick look as well. Now, it's shown you need to put the hard drives in. But from what I understand, you can normally just start these up without any hard drives in. But we will be installing 4 terabyte Western Digital Reds. Yes, these little babies here. These are Western Digital Red Pluses and designed for Nazis. I would recommend you buy something like that just for your own peace of mind. But before we do that, or before we do the installation that is, I'm going to double check to make sure that they put in an NVMe, yeah, NVMe drive in here. They should have done. I'm just going to double check. They said they have, and hopefully they have. Now, you might not get this installed on yours when you buy one. They just said they've installed it for me. So something to bear in mind. You need to double check to see exactly what you are getting when ordering one of these. I did also check on the website. I know I keep saying that. They do one that does 8 bays. And I thought, oh, wouldn't mind that one. 8 bays. And also, they do one with 10 gigabit Ethernet connections. 10 gigabits, which, you know, I would prefer myself personally. Right, there's a little lip here, look, for lifting it up. See that? And there she is. So yeah, they pre-installed it, which is nice. A nice bit of padding on top to draw out the heat. Yeah, very good. Like I said, I just needed to check it. So that's in there. And there's only one connection as well. Something else you may want to think about, because you can get these with, you know, maybe 2, especially if you're using it for cache, anything like that, which is, you know, ideal for something like that. That's what they're built for, cache, because they're super fast. So do this back up. You only have to do it finger tight, don't over tighten it. Right, let's put the hard drives in. I'm going to take all 4 out first. And they are lettered A, B, C, D. So make sure you put them in back the same way, because that could be important depending on how you set this up or how you configure it. Move that out of the way for a second. Right. So we want that over there. We want to move this out. Yes, slot this in. Make sure it's around the right way. So the connection's all on that side. So you want that to the back, like so. And then lock her up. And that's it. See? Easy. Right, we want D first. Slide it down, and that's in. This is A. C. And last one, B. And we're going to take this bit of plastic off, because we want to see it nice and clear, don't we? Voila. She's all set to go. Well, almost. We have to plug in the cables, of course. Start up. I was quite impressed actually how fast she started up. Literally seconds. Yeah, very easy to do. Now, there's 2 different ways that you can actually connect to the actual unit itself. One through the IP address, which is on the front of the screen, and you can go through your, in my case, Chrome, or you can download the app. And I thought, well, most people, especially if you're new to this, will probably download the app, which is what I've done. And yes, it does come up with a warning, and Windows says, oh, I'm not sure you should open this because, you know, it could be dangerous. So you do it at your own risk. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm just telling you I actually done it. And yeah, I had no issues. It was quite easy to set up, and it found the unit straight away. No issues with that whatsoever so far. And I put in a password, account, username, and went through the process of setting all up. So once you've done your basic configuration, the first thing you will need to do after that is create a storage pool, which I'm going to walk through with you right now. Now I have 4 hard drives, as you can see, and 1 cache drive, the M.2 at the bottom, as you can see. So first things first, we're going to set up the 4 drives. So you need to tick each box to say which ones you're configuring, and I'm doing all 4 because they're all going to be in a pool. And then you've got to decide, now this is where it gets a little bit tricky, on which one you're going to be setting up. Now it says here JBOD, which I recommend you probably don't set up, and I also recommend that you read each option as you go through them. So I decided I would read all of them anyway, just in case, you know, they had one on there that I didn't know about, and I just thought I'd actually show you what they actually look like, and you can decide maybe just by watching my video. I don't know, it might help, it might not. So if you click on each one, it will give you an indication of what each one does, like this one here, RAID 0. And as it says, the strongest reading and writing performance, but disadvantages. Look at the disadvantages of that. For me, I went for RAID 5 in the end because I thought that was the best option for me, and considering the amount of drives. So if I lose one drive, I don't lose any of my data. So I thought that was the safest one. There, you know, there is a risk that you might lose 2 drives, but it's very unlikely. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying there is a small risk that it can happen. So make sure you choose what you think is the right one for you. I can't tell you which one to choose from. I'm just telling you which one I went for, which was RAID 5. Once you've decided, you need to make sure you highlight it and click on next. So make sure before you click on the format, you're 100% sure that whatever data's on there, you're about to lose, and you will need to put in your password. So I would also recommend that you actually write down your password unless you know it in your head. I actually wrote mine down because there's no way I would have remembered it. To keep clicking on next until you get to the final stage, and it says it takes about 2 to 5 minutes for it to actually do, which I thought, well, that's quite quick. I think it might have took a little bit longer than that, but yeah, it's about right. And then once I've done that, I thought, oh, I need to do my cache. A little bit different with the cache. It didn't give you any options, only basic, because I only had the 1 cache drive, or the 1 M.2. If you have 2 drives, you will get more options. Hopefully that's obvious. Hopefully. Right, so she's all set up. So this is basically the actual desktop of the actual unit itself. So starting from the right, we have me, of course. Change your language, wallpaper, password, restart, shutdown, you know, log out, usual things. We have messages, like I've updated my settings, so now I have cache all set up. And you can go into details and check your storage as well. So there you go, there's the 4 storages and my cache, SSD. Yep, easy peasy lemon squeezy so far. And we also have tasks, upload, download, background, AI learning. There you go, AI learning. Now, some people will think, oh, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. I'm not sure. And if you need to close these, it took me a few seconds to realise what to do. I thought, well, as I'll close them, you've got this here, but that only does minimises that. You go back up here to like to the home page or the desktop. This one here, get rid of them. It's the only way I can see how to do it at the moment. And then we've got resource monitor. CPU is at 1% because it's not doing nothing, and memory is at 9%. And LAN connection, we're only using LAN 1, and we have LAN connected, and that's all it does. It just tells you it's actually connected. LAN connected. We have a search bar, as you can see. Now going over here, we have settings. Again, same sort of thing, but we have storage, device information. Now you might need this, you might not. User manager, storage, hardware settings. We have time. So we have Greenwich Mean Time because we're in the UK. File services, you've got SMB, FTP. You might want to turn on FTP. I believe that allows you to get onto the desktop or see it on the desktop. So you might want to do that. WebDAV, NFS, Resync, Resync, actually it's quite interesting. Well, enable file synchronization, yeah. DLNA, share multimedia files of your computer and TV over a local network. You may do, you may not, but you got to turn them all on and off. And at the moment it's all turned off, which is a good thing, except for that one. Yes. Network basically tells you what your connection is, you know, what your IP is, how fast you're actually running and things like that. Maybe. Remote access should be turned off, which it is, but should you need outside support, you would turn it on. Security, now they do have their own security. Looking at that, regenerate to obtain a certificate valid for 1 year from the date of the insurance. Okay, that's interesting. Not sure what that does exactly. I'll have a look at that at a later date. Already the latest version. Good. New version is 1.40 alpha. Download, update, check sheet. I will do an update actually once I finish going through this. And the AI. Now there's a on-off button now. So it will automatically recognise your images, audio and video and documentations to allow you for quick access apparently. Schedule learning period. Okay, you can set up a schedule learning period as well. And close that and go back to the desktop. We have apps. Now this is the apps that are already on there. I didn't put any on. This is how it comes. So we have the App Store. That's going to be their App Store, I would imagine. Yeah, quite a few there. Very interesting. That was all of them, by the way. Yeah, it's quite a few. My speed. That'd be interesting. Open speed test. I'm going to install that. Right. Need to set up for pull 1. Oh, we haven't got a Docker. We need a Docker. Yes. Always install app in this storage pool. There you go. Chuck it in now. And I'm going to do that one as well. Same thing. There you go. Sorted. Now I did go for option 5 on my pool settings. The reason for that is because it gave the best, in my opinion, the best balance. Open speed test, have a quick look. Welcome to my speed test, continue. That's one I normally use. Okla. Continue. 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 I've done. And voila. So we have a ping of 11, upload of 104, which is about right actually. Download 938. Again, that's about right. It should be 1,000, so you do lose a little bit. And last tested before the many seconds. So yeah, that is probably spot on. I'll give you that. Let's go back to home page, get rid of all that. Now down the bottom we have App Store again. So these are just shortcuts. And set AI, files, settings, Code. code card, I have no idea, I'll have a look in that in a minute. Clip and photo. I'm going to open this one because I have no idea what this is. Ah, it's a copying device. Okay, I will play about that later. So that is it, that's about it. Right, I did think this video might be a bit long, so we are calling it a night on this one at the moment. Look out for part 2. In part 2, I'm going to take the cover off, see how easy it is to actually take it off, and hopefully clean inside it, you know, give it a good clean out. And also, I'm going to have a play about with some of the software as well, so look out for that. So, first impressions. Yeah, seemed to work perfectly. I must admit, I was very impressed how quick it was to set up. Some of my other NASes took quite a long time to set up, but this thing, it was really fast. And like I said, the only thing I was disappointed in was the networking. I would have preferred if they'd done away with the 1 GB and had the 2.5 and a 10, in my opinion that is. But in order to keep the cost down, you know, they have to sacrifice something. And don't forget, there are other models there that do have 10G if you're looking for 10G network. So look out for them. Don't forget also, I always stick links in the video description below in case you want to buy one. And look out for any discount codes. They might be in there, they might not. I might actually just put them on the chat bit so you can find them quite easily. So with that, this is the end of part 1. Thanks very much for watching. And remember, if you like my videos, make sure you subscribe, click on the bell for notifications, and give this video the thumbs up. Thanks very much for watching. Ching ching.